This video is entitled The Sins We Do. Now, a lot of these videos that I make on my channel, you got to think spiritual. You got to think everything is spiritual. So I compare the physical and spiritual, but you got to think from a spiritual mindset. So basically, we have a physical body, right? This is our physical body. This is our physical body. This is what people see from day to day. People see this, they see this from day to day, and because people are carnal, so that's what they see. Now, inside that body is a spirit, it's a soul, right? That's why it says in the Bible, the spirit controls the flesh. The flesh does not control the spirit. We were born spiritually first, before we were born physically. So, inside our body is a spirit and a soul, right? And when we sin, we are not hurting our physical body, but we're hurting our spiritual body. Now, some sins we do hurts both physical and spiritual, but most of the sins, like drug use, would be an example. Drug use would be an example of both physical, both damage. I'll put damage on here. So drug use would be an example of both damage. You're both damaging the spiritual and the physical. But then, fornication would be... Actually, you know what? I'm going to separate it. So I don't know. I just put a line through here. I don't feel like erasing it out. So fornication will be something that damages the spiritual body. Fornication can be, of course, sleeping with a woman that isn't your wife. It can be watching pornography as a form of fornication. It's a spiritual it's a spiritual form of fornication. That's what people don't tell you. Even masturbation is a form of fornication. But yeah, you're damaging the inner body. You're damaging the inner spirit. Another way of doing that is homosexuality is a form that's damaging your inner spirit. Now that's a different topic. I'm gonna do a video on this pretty soon. But yeah, it's damaging your spirit. And it will show both in the physical and spiritual way. If you look at people, all the adult film stars who do fornication, like I don't even want to call them stars, but the adult film people who do fornication, they don't look right. They look abnormal to me. They do. But once God gives you eyes to see, you'll notice it too. They don't look right. And it's the same thing with people who practice same-sex. They just don't look right. They look strange, they look weird, they look demonic to me. Of course, drug use can harm your physical and spiritual body. Idolatry can also mess up your spiritual body as well, because it messes up your mind, and whoever is tied with your mind is tied to your heart, which is tied to your spirit. So, it makes you seek something other than Yahweh. Yahweh always wants you to come to Him. He always wants you to seek Him so you can gain more knowledge and more wisdom. But if you practice idolatry, you can never do that. Your spirit is never aligned with the Most High. It's aligned. It makes you with a low vibrational mindset. So you can never be connected back to Yahweh. So I just want to throw that out there real quick. Of course, spiritual body, physical body, they unite as one to make one whole human being, or one whole living thing as well. Because all living thing has a spirit. They don't have the Holy Spirit, like animals, they don't have the Holy Spirit, but they do have a spirit.